Is up, Division 2 agents? This is Gamer for Life back with another Division 2 build video. Now, if you've been with me for any period of time, you know this channel is all about keeping a toxic-free community where we help each other get better at the game, not only through my build videos to be used as templates to tweak to your own personal playstyle, but also with you amazing people commenting and putting your build ideas and suggestions out there as well. One thing I have been asked about here, messaged on TikTok, on Twitter, is about legendary content. I do enjoy legendary missions when I have a team that knows what they're doing. Now that 90% of my clan doesn't even play the game anymore, I've kind of stayed away from the legendary missions because the few times I did matchmake, let's just say some of the other agents just did not have the build to take on legendary missions. And as much as I would have loved to help their builds out, the majority of people I play with through matchmaking just does not communicate at all. And playing solo legendary just has not been a desire of mine because that takes a whole lot of patience. And again, my playstyle is the complete opposite. But what kind of content creator would I be saying that I want to help people get better at the game if I don't cover all aspects of the game? I've started doing that with my lower shade level friends by creating a new account so I can be on par with what their character levels are at. And I should also do the same for my friends who want to take on the absolute toughest content in the game, which is legendary. So today's video is dedicated to a build that will get you through legendary content with or without a team. The gameplay I showcase is of me doing legendary district union solo. And I wanted to give a good amount of gameplay so you can see just how effective this build can be. So to do that, I didn't just do the first area. I didn't just do the second, third, or fourth area. I actually went through 5 of the main areas in this legendary mission, and honestly, it was going so well, I wish I could have attempted to finish the mission. But you know, the wife and I had a dinner and a movie night planned, so I had to cut it short, unfortunately. But I definitely want to attempt to get through this whole mission solo with this build because it was just going so well. So with all of that said, let's go over the pieces for this build. So you can see, and the one thing I wanted to do, because you know, whenever I showcase a lot of my builds, sometimes I have, you know, I'm always using exotics, and if you have the exotics, use them. But that's the one thing a lot of people tell me, I don't have the exotics, what can I do? So the one thing I wanted to do with this build is just not use any of the exotics. Now normally this would be a capacitor, and if you want to use a waveform here, this waveform is really good for skill builds as well. But you do not need them to get through legendary missions, as you'll see in the gameplay. So the way I have it set up is I have 3 pieces of the Empress International. 3-piece bonuses gives us plus 10% skill health, plus 10% skill damage, and plus 10% skill efficiency. And as we know, and if there's anyone new here, just to give a quick explanation of skill efficiency, is that skill efficiency is every single skill attribute in the game. So 10% of skill efficiency is 10% of skill damage, skill duration, skill haste, status effects, all of that stuff. I think that's what a lot of people don't understand about skill efficiency, because I can't tell you how many times I see builds like this to where they're only using 2 pieces of Empress International. Trust me, you want that 3rd brand set bonus. And to save us some time, every single piece is rolled with skill haste and skill damage. So we have 1 piece of Wyvern, which the brand set bonus gives us plus 10% skill damage. And the 3 mods that I have on this build is skill haste. And then the talent that I have for this chest piece is kinetic momentum. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks per skill, lost when on cooldown. Then I have 2 pieces of the Hanyu. 2 brand set bonuses gives us plus 10% skill haste and plus 10% skill damage. And with the backpack, this is the named Hanyu backpack, force multiplier. And this is the only piece that I have my core attribute robe with armor instead of a skill tier. And with this name backpack, we get the talent Perfect Combined Arms. Shooting an enemy increases total skill damage by 30% for 3 seconds. So that's giving us a lot of extra damage. And that's why I wanted to roll that extra armor on, because we want to shoot our gun. So we want to, be as tanky as we can as a skill build. And having this specialization, which gives us a skill tier, helps us to do that. Now the stars of the show are skills. I have the Striker Drone. We are at skill tier 6, plus 120% striker damage, plus 420% health, with a 13% striker damage expertise roll. And then the mods, 7.2% duration, 9.7% health, 4.8% damage. And we have the Assault Turret. Again, skill tier 6, plus 120% damage, plus 420% health, and plus 10% damage for the expertise roll on this. Mods, plus 5% damage, plus 7.5% duration, and 7.5% skill haste. And you can see, we got skill haste on every single piece. So the cooldown, when your skills go down, you'll get them back pretty fast. Cooldown for the Assault Turret, 9.8 seconds, and the cooldown for the Striker Drone is 10.5 seconds. So the guns that we are utilizing, this is the Test Subject. It has a 4% weapon damage roll for the expertise. Roll to max assault rifle damage, health damage, and damage to target out of cover with the talent Perfectly in Sync. Hitting an enemy grants plus 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a non-shield skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants plus 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. So, as long as we're hitting our enemies, we're proccing the Force Multiplier, that's giving us 30% damage, and we're also proccing the In-Sync, which, while both are active, is giving us another 40% skill damage on top of 40% weapon damage. For our secondary is the Harmony, which is a named rifle. It comes with max rifle damage, crit damage, and damage to target out of cover, and it also has the Perfectly in Sync talent. My friends, this build will get you through any content in the game. Obviously, if it's getting you through Legendary, it will just absolutely destroy any other content on the game. There is only one other build that I use briefly, because there's one area where there's 2 Warhounds. Now, this build, I could have just threw my turret out in my drone, and they would have taken them out easily. But, I just switched to what I have, a jammer build. This is basically the build that you have in the raid at the end against Razorback when you're having to jam all of those drones that are coming out of Razorback. I just threw this on because I'm lazy. So I just continuously jammed those 2 dogs until they were dead, which you'll see in the gameplay. But besides that, that was the only other build that I used on this mission. But like I said, you can take those 2 dogs out easily with this. So let's go ahead and go over the specialization now. Obviously, you already know, Technician gives us that extra skill tier, and most importantly, especially for Legendary missions, plus 12% damage to drones, skill proxies, and robotics. So that definitely helps us against all of the robotics and drones that you're gonna face in these Legendary missions. Then Armor Kit also applies to all friendly skill proxies within 10 meters. Artificer Hive. Party members within 5 meters of your deployed and undisrupted skills are immune to shock and disruption. Gain 15% bonus armor while aiming a skill, plus 50% pulse resistance, and of course make sure you have the plus 10% skill damage on. So that is the build, my friends. I hope you guys give this one a try. Pretty simple build to put together. Even if your stuff is not maxed, it still does great damage, and you'll see in the gameplay. Now obviously there's times where we almost die, but you're gonna get that with Legendary, regardless if you're playing solo or with a team. You're gonna almost die quite a few times. It's just what comes with the Legendary missions, because those enemies just hit extremely hard. Let me know what you guys are doing, if you're trying it out, if you're tweaking it however different, whatever different way you want to tweak it to. Maybe you want, you know, I stayed away from having glass cannon here, but you know, I know there's some people out there that want to use glass cannon instead of kinetic momentum, and that's cool. So we would definitely love to hear how you guys are using it. If you do happen to tweak it to your own playstyle, let us know. Again, I want to just thank everyone for their continued support of the channel. Truly, truly appreciated. I always say, if you're new here, to subscribe, leave a like, comment, and let us know how the game is working for you, the different type of builds that you're using. But also, if you're new here and you don't want to comment, and you know, conversing with people is not your thing, then just you being here, being a part of this toxic free community is all that matters, and we definitely appreciate you checking these videos out. Okay, so that's all I've got in this build video. Got the gameplay coming up. Hope you guys are doing good, staying safe out there, and as always, my YouTube family, take it easy.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way. ain't gonna go back. Shit. Fuck is going?
Immediate medical assistance needed. Medical assistance needed. Serious trauma detected.